are having any issues in life, I mean in terms of parenting right now, one of the main reasons for that is the rapport that you share with your children. Rapport should be of trust and understanding, mutual trust and understanding, right? So you got to work on that rapport. Once that rapport is set, parenting becomes like, I don't know, it's such an easy thing, such a fun thing. What if, okay, Shraddha says, what if child takes going easy for granted? No, he won't. He won't, provided you share the rapport. This disclaimer, I'm going to put it outright. You need to share that rapport of trust and understanding. If this rapport is missing, then they will take, then they're going to take you for a ride. Otherwise, they won't. However little the child is, he understands it. He might not understand the word, but I'm sure he will understand the vibe that you emit. Do you find you and your children in a situation where you guys are fighting? Like in a day of 24 hours, you see that most of the time either you're fighting, or you're correcting your child, or you're breaking your head behind basic things in terms of parenting. Any of these chaotic things in terms of parenting, as opposed to spending that fun loving, joyful time with your children. So that means this is a clear sign that there is no rapport of trust and understanding. It's a clear sign. Simple, okay? Let's keep children aside. If you want to understand what kind of rapport you need to have with children, I'm going to give you a very simple example. Let's keep children aside for now, and let's consider your best friends, okay? You have like a genuinely best friend, and think about the rapport that you share with them. I'm sure, like how your children have issues in life, I'm sure your best friend has issues in life. And you have issues in your life too, right? Like how your children are not perfect, I'm sure your best friend is not perfect, right? Like how your children answer back, I'm sure your best friend answers back too. Like how you and your children fight, I'm sure you fight with your best friend too. Now tell me, because since your children are as same as your best friend, can you try and relate the kind of rapport you have with your best friend and see if you can duplicate that with your children? I want to use the word duplicate. How do you feel when you're with your friend, and how does your friend feel when he or she is with you? The similar kind of feeling, okay? The similar kind of feeling, that feeling of trust and understanding, and knowing that that person is there, that satisfaction, knowing that he or she is there whenever you want that person to be there for you. That kind of feeling is what your child needs to feel with you, right? And the other way around, definitely the other way around, okay? So see and try and imagine like this. Try to replicate the exact same thing there. Make sure your children feel that. You got to work on creating that rapport. So that is a clear sign. If the clear sign of a test on whether you share that rapport of understanding and trust or not is this: if you're finding yourself in a position of overwhelm and blame game and fighting and answering back with your child, that means there is no rapport of understanding and trust. Clearly. Now that you're aware of it, I'm sure if you're watching now, the answer is either a yes or a no. There's nothing in between. So if you feel that you have that rapport of trust and understanding, great, keep it up. If it's not there, then it's like a wake-up alarm for you. You got to make it happen. Especially if your children are between the age of 8 and 12. This is an extremely crucial time, okay? So now this calls for my last pointer, like the 10th pointer for teaching your children responsibility. One of the best ways to do it, in fact, two of the best ways to do it. See if you can send your children to volunteer somewhere. Okay, right now it's COVID, maybe after this, okay? See, volunteering for anything like charity or something, or even in school activities if any volunteers are required, even in your community if there's any volunteer requirement. Volunteering is one of the best ways because you're going to interact with a lot of people. You're going to be talking to a lot of people. They see a lot of people. They get to know that there are so many varieties of people in the world, how one thing is done in multiple ways by different people. The same thing can be approached in different ways. So they understand a lot of it. We call it dunyadari, right? So children understand a lot of it when they become volunteers. So help them volunteer in a lot of things. You could, and the other thing is, one of the important things is help your child be in a group sport like football or volleyball or basketball, anything which is a group sport, so he becomes a great team member. There you got to be responsible. I mean, if there is a chance that your entire team can lose because of you, so that is a huge responsibility. If your child is not there, not participating in at least one group sport, then make it a point to send your child or be a part of like a sports team or even any cultural team, maybe, for example, anything which is done in a group. Okay? And most importantly, do not forget to be a role model to them. Right? So when you're teaching responsibility, make sure whatever you're telling, you are that person. Don't do it superficially. Make sure you are that. If you aren't, please don't preach it to your children. Please don't. It comes out as artificial. Right? So you got to be authentic. You can be authentic only when you are whatever you're telling. Right? Okay, on this note, we come to the end of today's live session. Thank you so much, and you all have a wonderful, wonderful night. Take care and bye-bye. So if you want to continue your learning journey, then I want you to click the link in the description box and be a part of my closed Facebook group called Parenting with Ease, wherein you can attend the Monday lives that I do every week. All right, I'm going to see you there. Take care.